Welcome to another edition of the Xtra End in partnership with Absolute Grass Care, and this is the Carruthers Shield final special.
When the call comes from the Rhondda, the boys from Ystradfechan will be there. And when the boys from Troedyrhiw arrive, a final will commence, an all mid-glam affair. Nicky the pimp and his barmaid Harim have seduced the people for votes. As for the people in the other vale, bombers promised them £15 notes. So will it be the bomb squad of Troedyrhiw or the chums of Ystradfechan? One thing's for sure. Facebook will be busy, casting their votes to the very last second. The cup final day draws ever nearer. Tenby's green magnificent in front of packed stands. Could it be the orange of Rhyw or the Fechan blue? The Carruthers' fate is in your hands. Pob luck to both teams. I'll have to get John Stevens to give me some tips. Good luck.
Some introduction, that fair play, and a big thank you to TV presenter Gethin Jones for taking the time out to do that for us. All credit to you. Now, when we first introduced this virtual Carruthers Shield concept, I think we were expecting people to treat you like this Saturday fixed odds and select who they thought would win. Well, that soon shot out the window, and the lunatics started taking over the asylum, which leads me on to a big warm welcome to Ystradfechan's Nicky Jones and Troedyrhyw's David K. Jones, aka Bomber. Hello, gentlemen.
How are you?
All good? Are we all good?
All good. Ready for the big day?
Oh, I hope you're nervous.
Been practicing all week, with my virtual bowls, and yeah, on fire.
Righty, how are you?
Yeah, all good. Looking forward to the final this weekend. See what dark arts the Master Bomber pulls up, en route to it. We all know he's sliding into everyone's DMs trying to mix it up, but it'd be good to see whether it comes up tops on the weekend.
There you are. Okay, as you're our roving Facebook reporter, mate, I'll hand over to you to give the boys a grilling on how they got to the final.
Yeah. So, Nicky, starting with you. Ystradfechan, first final since 1988. You should know this. Yeah, just testing it.
1988. Yeah, the last time we won it, got to the semis in 92.
Yeah, I think
2009, I think.
Yeah, we lost to Penland, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, bad times. But Chum was in the side that won it in 1988.
Yeah, so Chum was in it, Kerry Evans was in it, Mal Davis was in it, Mike Jonathan was in it, Steve Evans was in it. They're all in our team for this weekend. That's why I mentioned that. They're all in the team.
Yeah. Bomber started already.
Yeah,
so Nicky, amongst your route to the final, you've beaten Cairo Welfare quite convincingly first round, then Brynhyrfyd again quite convincingly. Then two tough games, Barry and Prestine, overcome the Farmers and the Seasiders. And then you took down the favourites and realistically everyone who thought would win it from the last four, the Quins. If it was played on grass, mine's not on the computer screen. How does it feel to be to get through that?
There's only one game really that we weren't expected to win, I think, and that was the Quins game. The rest sort of fairly straightforward, I would have thought. What was the upred? Oh, there we are. No, good run. It's all good banter and good spirits. I haven't got anything like after when you speak.
He's come prepared, hasn't he? It's not even his go yet, and he's taken over.
Nah, I know. I don't know what to do.
That's my job. That's why I'm here.
But no, a good run, good win against the Quins, and yeah, even Scott Quinnell couldn't beat us.
How are you going to find the Tenby green? Because obviously you boys are notoriously good at home, but not too good on your travels.
I mean, obviously we go down for the gold. The gold.
That's my farmer's vote. That's my farmer's vote.
I don't. I think it's a great choice having A and 10B. You know, we go down for the Gold Cup. Couple of winners, couple of past winners in our team. The Payers competition, we got a couple of winners of that in our team as well. So yeah, we've done quite well. Obviously, we haven't been, 30 up or whatever it was last year and blew the lead. So yeah, we got good form down there, I think.
Yeah, ideal place to host a Carruthers final. Yeah.
Why not?
In the middle of a town, beaches. What more can you ask for?
Exactly. Lovely balcony for the spectators. Enjoy a beer.
Oh, definitely. Great balcony.
Exactly. A cup of tea.
So Bomber's got the mid.
Bomber's got the car. And on we go. We ain't going to the beach. We're going to play bowls. I'm not taking a bucket and fucking spade with me.
You won't as well.
I'm taking 4 bowls. I can get an hot dog in Land Dodge.
Ken's on the barbecue, or Ken Price. So Nicky, you feeling confident in regards to Saturday, or anything you want to say to your potential voters out there?
It's going to be a tough day. Obviously, we know that the Bomber sort of is controlling the vote at the minute. I think we owe a couple of rounds to Dye's Dark Arts, but I think we'll do well to keep it close. Obviously, we tried to put together a sort of a big PR campaign this week with our staff, and Emily's involved for sure. But we tried our best with the celebrities. I think we had one big nibble, which I think Mark has got the video for that you might see in a bit. But apart from that, a tough week on the old PR front.
Yeah, Bomber, he's set his standards higher with this campaign, and the latest person he's got involved is another British Lion, and here he is.
Evening all. You might be wondering why I'm here talking about virtual bowls. I'm here in the name of justice, which is why I'm calling on all of you to unite and support the boys in blue, the Fechan men, Chris's army. Tick the right box and remember, there's only one F in Fechan.
Nicky, moving on now, we've got a little look of your teammates in our new section. Mark, over to you. What's this new section all about?
Yeah, we're trying to expand the show as you go along, mate, and we've designed a new segment called Clubmates 2.0, and this is Ystradfechan.
Best player at our club, probably one of two, Mark Thomas or Chris Price. Mark's played for Wales, Chum probably should have, but yeah, Mark or Chum by far. Worst drinker in the club, probably me. The NECA nominates that I've done probably show that I'm not particularly great, so yeah, probably happy to take the worst drinker crown. Designated driver. That's me, designated driver. We've got two who are really enthusiastic. One obviously being Viv Granfield. When he joined us, breath of fresh air. Makes the WhatsApp group an interesting place a lot of the time. So yeah, Viv is one. And a new bowler that we've got, Aled Gwilliam. He's just mad for it. He's just bowled mad. So yeah, Viv and Aled, very, very enthusiastic, good members to have. There's only one answer to the phone box question, and that's Viv Granfield. I'd love to be a fly on the wall, but man's just bonkers. Enough said. One person who never buys a pint is James Pate. He'll no doubt disagree, but I think he just goes for a night out without his wallet, or yeah, he just doesn't bother buying a drink. So Pete, see you around, but at long last. Depends what sort of bowl you want to play. If you draw in, probably won't Mark or Chum to play it. But if it's a flat out power drive, then probably Joe Price. Got one of the most accurate drives I've seen. Super fast, straight down the middle. Very rarely misses, to be fair to him. So yeah, draw in, Mark or Chum, drive in, Joe. Funniest member's easy for me. It's one of our players, Glenn Einan. He's a bit of a card. He is. He's in the army in Ireland somewhere, so he's developed a massive sort of love of Munster rugby. Buys like the Munster shirt. He got Munster trainers. He's mad. He gets a lot of stick for it. He takes it well, gives it back. He's sharp as attack, and yeah, Glenn Einan, funniest player by far.
So, Bomber, over to you now. Troedyrhiw, another surprise team in the final. Oh. How are you feeling about your chances this coming Saturday? Feeling confident?
Well, yes, I'm feeling quite confident, but obviously it'll have nothing to do with me. It'll have nothing to do with Nicky. It's going to be to do with the voters. It's nothing to do with balls even. This isn't right. This is just about voters voting. I know it doesn't fit into your narrative of what you wanted this to be, but it's just sort of blossomed into well, I'm not so sure really. What is blossomed into a fucking farce?
To be fair, I know we started this out hoping that people would vote correctly and all that, but at the end of the day, I think we got 2 finalists. It's been a laugh throughout. You know, I quite like the fact that all the big teams bombed out because they weren't popular enough. So I think, all credit to you. All credit to you.
Well, it's credit to the voters and the people who voted for Troedyrhiw and Ystradfechan. If you look down, you can see a list of the voters, and mainly you look through your voters, and it's the same people voting for you over and over. Like, you know, we've been lucky enough to get up over 250 votes on 1 or 2 occasions, and it's the same people supporting Troedyrhiw, and a lot of them are my friends. You look down the list. I've been playing for 40 odd years. I've made hundreds of friends in bowls, and you look down the list. I've talked to these people. We message on frequently throughout the year, not just to do with this competition. Like. And also, I'd like to think that the amount of support Troedyrhiw have had, and also Ystradfechan, it shows people that, you know, people have good experiences when they play against Troedyrhiw, generally because they beat us. But I mean, people like the clubs, like, when we go away, when we come down to you in Penhill a number of years ago, we all stopped, we drank, we had fun, we had a good laugh, and everywhere Troedyrhiw go is the same. We don't run away when the food's on. We stop. We support the clubs, and I think it's showing in the voting. I know you have a laugh and say that me and Nicky, to a certain extent, have controlled people, which is true, but it's also true. I think the 2 clubs are quite well thought of in the bowls fraternity. Us from the CML, because we played over 500 games in the CML. We're now due to embark on the private greens, which might never come about now. We never know what's going to happen next year. But I like to think that the clubs are well thought of.
Oh, no, quickly died. Did you apply for the private greens? I thought you were in.
Yeah, we were accepted. We were in Division 9.
He's on about the National League.
No, we are in the private greens. Yeah, our fixture list came, and that's as far as we got. We were embarking on a new year this year, right, with the private greens.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And now next year, probably, if this National League went ahead, you know, we might never get to play in the private greens, and I think we would have been a good acquisition, all jokes aside, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, not just from a playing perspective, but people will put money over the bar, we'll make people laugh, and we'll have a fun day, like.
Yeah, I know, I totally agree with that.
But I'd like to see this happening, I would. I would honestly now letting women play.
Who'll give you that sign?
Mark just wrote it out to me now. He said let women play in the
Spelled league wrong.
No.
So, Dave, lovely beach behind you. Where you two there?
Yeah, this is actually Tenby. Me and Mark are in Tenby now.
Who's Mark?
Got there early.
We've come to test the sand we have. It's a little bit powdery, Mark said.
Yeah.
So I don't know how the game's going to go Saturday, but for all the game's worth in regards to competitive competition, we may as well play on the sand. You know?
Exactly, that's right.
Because there's nothing competitive about this.
It's nothing to do with balls.
Yeah, it's just a game of balls. So you play it on sand, you play it on wherever.
Bobber, you beat, like you touched upon there, your local rivals at the West End. You managed to outvote them quite convincingly on their own patch. I mean, that went down well, did it?
Well, yes and no, really, because the vote didn't reflect the true meaning of the game of balls. And I think, like people like you voted for us to go to West End and beat West End. Like, now that's a vendetta. That is. That's a vote of I don't like West End. Like, it's not a vote for Troedyrhiw. It's your chance to take the knife in them. And about 100 other people voted for Troedyrhiw to do the same. And that's how it works out.
Is that the 100 members of your family who you got to create a Facebook profile?
Hold on now. Let's get this right. Has David invited one person to this forum, yes or no?
No.
Has Nicky invited people to this forum?
Yeah, Nicky.
Absolutely. The bar staff are in.
I don't invite anyone.
Thomas Holmes invited about 20 members last week. I believe he's a member of Troedyrhiw, isn't he?
But nothing to do with me. Can you see the people on the beach, look?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's that?
they social distancing, look. This is a class background. Don't edit our background out.
Oh, yeah, all right, mate.
Right, where are we now? Let's get this over with. Look, I got an ambulance coming in now.
Tell you what, do you want to move on to your Clubmates 2.0?
No.
Yes, let's do that.
All
let's
right.
Go.
Best player in the club? Well, it looks like, I don't like to say it, but other than myself, probably Ethan. He's come along over the last few years and he's progressing while everyone else seems to be going backwards. So yeah, I would say Ethan is the best player in our club. The worst drinker. I tell you what, Troedyrhiw are all good drinkers. We like Ferndale for drinking. It's hard to pick the worst drinker, but I'll stick Craig Maycock into this, only because he never comes back to the club. So we've never really seen him drink. He plays bowls all right, but we'll call him the worst drinker simply because he don't come back and drink. Most enthusiastic player. Well, after playing for 55 or nearly 60 years, I reckon Barry must be the most enthusiastic player in Merthyr or Mid Glamorgan. He still has the same enthusiasm now as he had 40, 50 years ago. He's up for every game and he plays in every game too. There's a couple up for this. Normally, it's not me, believe it or not, there is someone worse than me. And that has to be Ystradfechan. He will start a fight in a phone box. He could, he would, and he probably fucking have in the past. So Ystradfechan is up for starting a fight in a phone box. Oh, this is a good one. Who is the most tight-fisted player in our club? Well, recently joined, I would say, the most tight-fisted person in our club, without any doubt, that has to be Brian Psycho Jones. Come to think of it, we could have put him in the fight in the phone box category there and all. I forgot about that. I might have to do this video again. Brian is the... I'm telling you, he ain't buying pint for nobody, mate. It's you around. It's always you around with Brian. And you look for Brian when it's his round, he ain't nowhere to be seen, man. Brian definitely fits that category. He's a tight-fisted twat. Right, this is a good one. Playing the last bowl. I've experienced it. I played with some great players in the past, and it ain't no doubt about it. The greatest players come to the fore when it matters most. And although he's not a great player yet, Ethan is a good player, and I've been party to him playing the last bowl on many occasions. And it's just like it's his first bowl. He is definitely the best last bowl player in our club, without a shadow of a doubt. Right, guys, this is going to surprise a lot of people. The most funniest character in our club. This will surprise a lot of people, but it's RWD, otherwise known as Grumpy Richard. If you didn't know him, you'd think he was a right grumpy so-and-so. But I'm telling you, if you get out with Richard and have a couple of pints, anywhere but on the green, Richard is funny. He puts everybody in our club in the shade, obviously except me, but I can't be putting my name forward. So that's a surprise. The last choice, the funniest character in the club is Richard. He's the most misunderstood character, but he's a funny character.
So here we go. Let's have a look at the big teams for this coming Saturday. Look to see who Troedyrhiw and Ystradfechan have selected to play in the final.
Right, there you are. I think Ystradfechan made a few changes.
Yeah.
What's your thinking behind that, Nick?
Well, last week we picked our team with a bit of sort of tongue-in-cheek, put a few golden oldies in there, you know, but now it's changed around, so we thought there's no point now. We might as well sort of pick it off tidy. So it's you know, it's two Carruthers Shield winners in there.
Joking aside, is that more or less your first team, yeah? No.
I mean, splitting hairs really, if you're going to change it, 1 or 2 maybe, but you know, young Yestin could come in maybe. After that, I don't really know, to be honest.
Nice to see Mal in there, Mal Davis, top guy.
Yeah, rested for the semis, failed the fitness test for the semi-final, but ready to go for the final.
Top man,
so, yeah, you know, a few Carruthers Shield winners in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Carruthers Shield winners in there. So we got previous, we got form.
Bomber, is that your first side?
Yeah, it would be really. Yeah, you got Richie Adams leading; he's a good lead, and then Ethan and Andy playing third, so that's strong. Then you got Wayne Fennell. Wayne's from Brecon, and he's an exceptional player. He played up in England with our fella Boat, apparently. Yeah. And you got Brian and Richard together then. Now that's going to go down well, but they do
Brian get it
against Viv as well.
Brian get the drinks in after bomb.
Hey.
Tantrums on Temby.
Okay.
Hey, your rig looks all right, mind.
Oh well, obviously I got Keith Michaels there, Adolf, Barry leading off, and Craig Maycock. Craig's all right. It's a nice ring. It's all right.
Yeah. So that's in a real world. That's in a real world, the final team. So good luck to them all. So then, Nick, if you'd like to sum up this competition for you and you guys at Ystradfechan, what are your thoughts?
Good fun. I think it was needed. You know, bowls obviously not happening at the minute, so good to have something to talk about. Whether it's, you know, obviously it's got probably very little relevance to actual bowls, but good to get people interested in the game and talking about it, and it's all a bit of fun at the end of the day, and it raise people's spirits. So great idea, and you know, well done to you and Chris for thinking of it and running it. I think it's been superb, and of course, that's it. We're in the final as well.
Yeah, that's right. That helps. Yeah. Well, I could sum up your cup run.
Well, like you say, we're in the final, and surprisingly in the final. I've been overwhelmed by the support we've had from all round. You know, Mid Wales have been brilliant, and everyone seems to have supported the smaller clubs in this inaugural competition. We've had local support from West End, from the Quins. Oh! Up the Beckham! Yeah! You're going to push me. Anyway, yeah. It's been a good day. Mark, what have I told you about social distancing? For fuck's sake.
Right, moving on. We've been sent in some pictures of what's been happening around the clubs, and Not so much greens this week. It's been more club work. So this is McCuntless having some sort of bar refurbishment. McCuntless, is that right? And that's looks like Barry and Andrew Fleming on top of a roof there. This is Harlequins with their new teamwork on their back wall there.
Nice, that is.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Along with their new club honours board. And that's a nice touch.
Mark's on that somewhere. If you look close, there's Mark. Look.
Yeah. Perfect. And that's a nice touch as well. You know, and sort of showing off the internationals on the side there. So all good stuff. And speaking of the Harlequins, apparently this man here, John Stevens, during his lockdown, he's been busy dyeing his hair, apparently.
Is that the actual photo?
That's one of the photos. And this is him looking like a member of the Aberdeen cartel. So,
that's a shocker.
Unbelievable. Don't know why he's done that, but that's so that's your pictures this week. So, lads, I think we'll bring an end to the show there. Good luck in the final. May the best team win. May the best voters win. And let's hope for the Emily. Emily, please vote in for Christ's sake.
And 2:30 Saturday on the Facebook page, Welsh Bowlers Chat. The poll will be up until 6 p.m. May the best team win. And
there's only one F in Fechan. Up the back.
Guys, thanks very much for coming on the show. Nicky, thanks again, mate. Bomber,
no worries.
You've been an inspiration on this show, mate. It'll take me about 4 hours to edit this.
I can tell you that. That's the only fucking time I'm coming on this show.
All right, mate. No problem.
And I'm surprised you haven't asked me before. I could have come on before many a times, mate. I got some strong views.
Perhaps next week.
We'll save that for the next show.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Nice to see you. Thank you. I'll leave you with my view. Here we are.
That'll be lovely. Hey, take care, all. All the best.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for that, boys.
Take care. Ta-ra.